Welcome to Ready, Set, Renovate. We're doing a 10-part series on condo living. Remodeling a condo is different than remodeling a house, and we're bringing on guests all across the upstate of South Carolina to tell us about it. Whether you've been in a condo for 20 plus years or you're looking to purchase one, we invite you to join us as we answer your questions. Let's get to it. So here we are, our 10th episode of Condo Living. And for this episode, our guest is Aubree Lewis. Aubree is a realtor with Keller Williams, and her team is the Aubree Lewis Group. She also hosts a YouTube channel at Aubree_Lewis. And on this episode, she's going to be talking about what makes downtown Greenville so appealing and why so many people are coming here. So let's get to it. Aubree, super glad that you came on to talk to us a little bit about downtown Greenville.
Absolutely.
I know you're a wealth of knowledge because there's evidence out there on YouTube. You have your own YouTube channel, and
Yes.
You're talking a lot about downtown Greenville as well as the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about how you got started in your realtor, and how you got started in real estate, and then this YouTube channel, which actually is doing quite well. You got a big following, got some great content out there.
Thanks.
Just general curiosity question. Tell us a little bit about it all.
I've been in real estate going on about 9 years now. And doing that, I mean, just the experience of Greenville becoming that hot spot for people to relocate. I eventually kind of grew through my business, started a team, and then I realized that I started getting these questions over and over again. And they were always the same questions. And I was like, how can I get in front of these people before they have the question? And where are they coming from? And how can I kind of tap into that before like they're asking their friend or their realtor in their hometown about Greenville? So I met a realtor out of Orlando, Florida, probably about 5 years ago. His name is Ken Posick. And he had started doing real estate via YouTube.
Really? Wow.
And
he was winning at it, huh?
He was definitely winning. So I followed him, and I regret that I didn't start the YouTube channel sooner. So we've had the YouTube channel now for going on its third year, so about 2.5 years at this point. And I made a decision that if we were gonna do it, we were gonna go all in on it.
Yeah.
So good content, good quality, like the best I could possibly do, being just a little realtor.
Well, it's definitely resonating with people. I mean, you've got 3,000 plus followers, which for YouTube is quite a bit.
And we're growing daily. One of the things that I think is really great about that channel is over 50% of our business right now is all relocation from the YouTube channel.
50%?
They contact us. We'll probably do somewhere between 80 and 100 units this year.
Yeah.
They email us, they call us, and they say, hey, Aubree, like, we've been watching your videos, and they talk to the team. They go, hey, we've watched all of Aubree's videos, and it's kind of weird because they're like, Aubree, we love you. And it's weird for me because it also happens where like I can't walk downtown anymore.
You're a local celebrity now, right?
Without like somebody recognizing from the videos. And it's locals, it's people who are coming in to visit. And I mean, this happens daily. It's really kind of opened us up to where it's like, well, okay, there's a need here. People want to know what's going on in the area. They want to know what's coming soon. How can we provide that information for them? And how can we help them do one of the biggest things that like either investments, home purchases, financial liquidation, something. And cross-country moves, and they're choosing the upstate for where they want to land.
Now this is what I really want to talk about. How are they finding the upstate, downtown Greenville, and what is the big appeal for people wanting to be specifically in or right around downtown?
I would say about 40% of the business demographic that we end up servicing is the 55 to 65 community. And it really started up during COVID and so on. But what's happening is they're researching for places that are, you know, a milder climate, so good weather. They don't
Check
want to
that
deal
box.
with the
Yeah.
snow, the ice, or it's just too hot where they live. I'm helping somebody right now coming from Arizona, and it's been over 100 degrees for the last like 2 months. So like they're looking for that. They're looking for maybe a different political climate as well. That has been a huge driver. Then just being able to like lower taxes,
Yeah.
and then there's insurance things as well going on in some of our coastal areas, that it's just getting too expensive to live there.
Yeah.
So they're researching those things. And those are the questions that we get. So those are the videos that I make.
Yes, no, that makes sense.
And so that's how they're landing on, well, Greenville sounds like a great place.
Checks a lot of those
Well,
boxes.
And then also, there's so much to do
Yeah.
around the Greenville area. It's not a boring place.
No, you know, we're doing this condo series, and we're addressing people who live in condos. We've remodeled condos, and we want to cater to this audience, the
Yeah.
condo audience in downtown Greenville. And you mentioned there's a lot going on downtown.
much.
What are some of those things that just
Yeah.
are like super appealing to people?
Whenever anybody starts researching Greenville, just you put in Greenville, South Carolina, and the first thing that's going to pop up is these beautiful pictures of Falls Park. And
Beautiful place.
whenever they really start digging into it, it's walkable, it's family friendly, or it's dog friendly, or it's not a big city quite like Charlotte or Atlanta. And so they see this area, specifically around downtown, as a place that they can just get out on their bike. We live outside. The people here are kind.
It's a good, yeah.
And it's
So
not
there's some southern
yes,
hospitality.
Absolutely,
It's still alive in the city, in the downtown
very
area.
much. And it's not just like people that it's not locals necessarily that they say that about. The people who move here and they want to be in that downtown atmosphere, like it's nice to be smiled at and waved at.
Sure.
Or, like I can't
eye
tell
contact,
you.
yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've had clients that tell me, well, I was out to dinner at, I don't know, like Sobeys or, Roost or something like that. And our waitress started talking to us about the area.
Wow.
And so that's a huge draw. And being able to be like, in the downtown area, there's actually some places that are definitely more affordable. And so we have people that are relocating or already here in the area that they're like, wow, what I can buy here versus, where they're coming from is they're like, this is great. And they can afford the downtown living here in the upstate.
What is the trajectory of Greenville? You mentioned Charlotte, and you mentioned Atlanta. Do you foresee Greenville getting to that size ever, or is there kind of tell us how you see it developing?
So I think that's, there's the statistical approach where they're really following, okay, how many people are actually claiming, that Greenville is their home, their residency. And then there's also my opinion, like what I see coming and so on. So from the statistical point of view, like I think there's something, it's like 30 people are moving to Greenville every day. And so to get to those levels of like Charlotte and Atlanta and so on, those big cities, if you see like we have roads that need to be updated or widened, and it's the infrastructure that's really needed. So if you see that in areas, I think about the 385-85 interchange. They started that, years ago. It's the largest interchange in the state, but they did that because one, they saw the growth of the area and how people were commuting, and it completely opened up like the traffic that we had. And so I remember that, and to today, where we have so many people moving here, it's going to take a long time for us to get to the Charlotte levels and the Atlanta levels. And we are going to continue to grow. Like we're not stopping it. My opinion is that we're going to continue to see the growth, but what's going to happen is Greenville's still going to have that small city feel. Because we have like the events in the park, the movies in the park on Saturday. Is it Thursday or Saturdays? During the fall, you have the farmers markets, you have all the festivals throughout the years. Yeah. And so those are a big draw, but then you start going, okay, well, Greenville is great. What about around Greenville? And so that's also where people go, okay, well, what about Travelers Rest?
So close to Greenville.
Exactly. And I tell people as well, around downtown, and this is a draw as well, you can be anywhere within 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. And it's not necessarily interstate driving, it's just knowing your way around. Greenville's kind of like a bowl of spaghetti. Oh, yeah. Whenever you're getting around, it's not, your nice blocks and so on. Yeah. But people love it. It's quaint. It's a small city, but it's not Charlotte. It's not Atlanta.
And then you have access through the Swamp Rabbit Trail too,
oh, my
right?
word.
That's really cool because you can go from downtown out to some of the areas you were just mentioning.
Well, and if I don't know how much of the history you know about it, but like that whole plan started back in the 70s.
Really?
And they have had this master plan since the 70s of, well, what do we do with the old rail beds around here? Because that was kind of the heartbeat of the upstate for so long, was we were a mill town. Yeah. And so, we have all these old railway beds around the upstate. And so they repurposed them into the Swamp Rabbit Trail. And then what they found, and this is one of the big things that we just had city leaders from Charlotte and Atlanta, some of these big areas come to Greenville to see what was happening. And it happened like just last week.
Wow.
And so
take notes and implement maybe.
Well, yes, because they've found that when you get people outside on their bikes, walking, everything, businesses start popping up because people stop. And so that's one of the things about downtown Greenville is they brought the Swamp Rabbit Trail through there and really started it and then ran it all the way out to Travelers Rest. And the plan is to take it all the way down through Malden into Simpsonville and then to Fountain Inn, where there's already a couple of miles worth of trail down there.
Wow. So that's a total of how many miles would it be?
So right now the total miles of the trail I think is about 23, 24 miles of trail, and then there's 3 miles of trail out in Fountain Inn that they're currently working to connect. From one end to the other, it's actually out past the hospital now. So we have people that live in downtown Greenville. It's very so we have a big medical community in the area that they like to stay healthy, right? So they get outside. So living downtown in this area, we do have a lot of medical professionals that choose to live here just because they can get outside and they can ride their bike to work, to the hospital. Yeah. And then the end of the trail goes all the way out to Travelers Rest currently.
I know they do a 5K. I've been on that trail a couple times. It's beautiful, beautiful, especially this time of year with it being fall and everything, especially nice. Well, Aubree, I really appreciate you coming on. And just in conclusion, tell us a little bit about who you are. If there is anybody in our audience who may need your services, you have that opportunity.
I'm Aubree Lewis, and I run the Aubree Lewis Group. And we have a team currently here in the area that serves the entire upstate with all of your relocation needs nationwide and locally. And would love to help you answer any and all questions that you have about the area. And I hope that maybe the YouTube channel could be a resource for you. And just feel free to reach out.
Aubree, it's at Aubree_Lewis is the...
Well, so if you go to theaubreelewisgroup.com, that's the website. And then if you just go to like Google or YouTube, you can just put my name in, Aubree Lewis, or if you forget my name, put Greenville, South Carolina, and I'll pop up.
Very good. Well, we're super grateful for you taking time to be with us today. Really good conversation, very enjoyable. And that concludes, that's our 10th episode on Condo Living. We do have a little bit of bonus coverage you might be seeing here soon, so stay tuned. Hey, I'm Will Cord. I'm on the streets of downtown Greenville, and we're asking people a simple question. What is it about downtown that you like so much? Stay tuned for all the answers.
I've been in Greenville for about 15 years.
I've been here for 34 years.
Spent my whole life coming over here.
I moved down here in early 2000s with my family.
Off and on since 2012, but we bought a condo downtown in January 2019.
I've been here since I was his age, probably younger actually.
I got transferred here back in '94.
Almost 2 years.
I've retired here now.
So I work at Hughes Agency right downtown, so I'm in downtown every single day.
Work at the Greenville Drive.
2 or 3 times a week.
66 times a year during the season, and then in the off season.
Once or twice a week.
Just about every day.
Once a week, 3 times a year.
Yeah. We have an RV here.
The main appeal is probably just the weather. I mean, it's September, it's beautiful weather. We also have a wonderful waterfall right downtown, but I feel like we get all 4 seasons here. So we get fall, winter, spring, and summer. So I think that's the big reason why people move down here.
Yeah, and play golf year round here.
I think it's unlike any other city. You know, you look at Charlotte, you look at Atlanta, and it becomes kind of a concrete jungle in a way. But, you know, here, I think they do a really good job of meshing nature with, you know, a business district.
It's a perfect size. We come from a big city, and being here in Greenville, it's smaller, more convenient. Crime rate's super low.
Greenville is the good size, not too big, but it's got everything.
There's an essence in Greenville that gives you that hometown feel, whether you're here from here or not.
How well kept it is.
It's just a beautiful place to be, especially with the park right downtown and the river, the bridge. It's got a lot to offer naturally.
We wanted to live in a city that's walkable, near trails, and we can get outside.
All the gardens are wonderful. I love walking Main Street, all the different shops.
It's easy to get everywhere. We love nature. We love walking everywhere.
The Swamp Rabbit, so I park up at the Swamp Rabbit Cafe, walk into town.
I walk a dog every day, which is great.
Dogs, it's a dog-friendly city.
Sometimes I walk in from the zoo. Beautiful walk.
And also the biking.
I love how sociable people are. I love how friendly people are.
People, there's always people. You live out in the neighborhood, the suburbs, and you never see anybody. You don't know people. You don't even know your neighbors anymore.
Just a really friendly city.
It's a very friendly town.
The park, you're just walking through it. You get to know everybody, and, you know, the dogs all know each other. Very friendly city, lots of stuff to do. There's just so much to do.
Got the stadium, Field, go drive.
I mean, you can come down here and have lunch, which we're doing today.
We love the food. The food industry here is amazing.
The Riverwalk and the restaurants, very good restaurants.
Sobeys.
I like it for my kiddo. Easy access. I like parking is mostly free if you find the right spot.
I've got family that lives on North Main, so I visit them sometimes and sometimes meet up with them and bring the grandkids downtown.
He loves playing down in the water, so I just took him down there.
People are here, they're enjoying life.
Do you own a condo or are interested in remodeling a condo? We at Daniel Builders can help you. Reach out to us at danielbuilders.com. We'd love the opportunity to talk. So if you'd like to be the next guest on our podcast, we'd love to hear from you. You can reach out to us at info@danielbuilders.com.